from the Stereo Sound Records Studios, your home for the best in unsigned and indie punk, rock, and metal. This is The Mosh Pit with your host, Wes Everett.
Diabology, the softest grave.
Welcome to the Mosh Pit. It's your host, Wes Everett. I am here with the awesome band, Abby K. How are y'all doing?
I'm a little tired, I'm not going to lie.
Usually I'd say the same, but I'm pretty caffeinated at the moment, so I think I'm doing pretty good.
I'm somewhere in between.
So we got full spectrum here of exhausted to highly.
You didn't see that, but I'm just jittering from all the coffee I had.
Oh, man. So you guys, again, thank y'all so much for coming to the Mosh Pit Studios. So glad to have y'all here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
How was the drive? How has the tour been? Let's start there.
Tour has been awesome. If I could put it in one word, awesome. We technically started tour. Diego, why are you looking at me like that?
I'm listening. I'm being an active listener.
Okay, you're kind of like being weird. Anyways, tour technically started back in May. We've had a few breaks home in Nashville, but it's been really good so far. This past leg, Thursday we were up in New York headlining the Orange County Fair. Friday we drove 14 hours down to South Carolina. Saturday, last night, we were in Marietta, Georgia, and here we are Sunday morning at the Mosh Pit.
In beautiful Rock Mart, completely out of y'all's way.
Yeah, honestly, I'd say tour. Oh, can I talk now? Okay.
Yes, you
tour,
can talk.
Tour has been a success mainly because like nothing has gone wrong.
Nice.
Like if things have worked out. So I'm like, this is perfect.
Why would you say nothing has gone wrong?
Knock on wood.
We have a 4-hour drive home today, and we still have 5 months of tour left.
See, that's what the fun is. When things go wrong, that's where the fun is.
So when things go wrong, it's your fault now.
I mean, like, hasn't it always been at this point?
Well,
Like,
yeah.
so, like, we're coming out from the New York show, and I rolled down the window, and for some reason the window's not coming back up. So for the next 14 hours, everyone's like, Diego broke the window.
Yeah, remember that time we went up to New York and you broke the window?
No.
You remember that time we were going 70 on the interstate and the side door opened?
Wait, what?
So we have the big sliding side door on our van.
Yeah.
And we were on the way back from New York, and the three of us were asleep, and Scott, Abby's dad, was driving, and we all just heard this noise, and then it sounded like all the windows were rolled down. So I got up, and the side door has just like slid open, and so I had to get up and like close it while we're going down the interstate super fast and try not to fall out. So that was an interesting one.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It's an adventure.
Aren't they all? So you got 5 months left on this tour. Where are you headed next? Yep, that's right. I put you on the spot with that one.
Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Boom.
Nice.
Yeah, next week, August 4th and August 5th. Man, we're almost in August?
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's this week.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
August is tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, yeah, the 4th and 5th. I guess this Thursday and Friday will be in Lexington, Kentucky. Then I'm flying to Raleigh, North Carolina for the Carolina Music Awards, which I was nominated for one of those. Then I'm flying back home. Then we go somewhere else, but I don't know off the top of my head.
We're
Does anyone
busy.
else know where we go? Where are we?
I don't even know where I am half the time. Like currently.
If you want to find her tour dates, they're on her website, probably on every social media.
Yes, they are. AbbeyKRocks.com.
There you go. So let's talk about your influences. Where do y'all pull from your influences? What are your... looks like you're up first.
So most of my influences are like the classic rock and more of the progressive side of that. So Rush, Genesis, all that stuff. And then I grew up listening to like the Eagles and Styx and all that with my parents. So that's most of where my stuff comes from.
I think I started off a lot like that too, where it's like a lot of the stuff I listened to was like classic rock, hard rock stuff. And then I had my first breakup in high school, and all of a sudden I just went down the heavy metal rabbit hole to the point where it's like for the longest time it was like, oh no, Metallica's too heavy, and now I'm like, I'm going to check out grindcore. So like for me personally, it's a lot of like I love thrash metal. I'm super into like prog metal. Dream Theater is probably my favorite band of all time. As these guys will know, whenever I'm driving, music just gets weird because I'll put on like Mr. Bungle or just a random jazz album.
Or The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes. On the drive back from New York, it was like 2 a.m. I was exhausted, so I just chugged an energy drink, and I belted out the entirety of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nice.
Just to prove that I
No,
can.
it wasn't nice.
It was amazing.
Anyways, I'll get to mine now. So, as you can probably tell,
Hannah Montana?
No! 2 out of 3 of us are wearing Iron Maiden shirts today. I love Iron Maiden. I started playing music because of Gene Simmons and Kiss when I was 12 or 13, saw him in concert, and then switched to Iron Maiden, Motorhead, love Lemmy. I went through a phase where some people were referring to me as the female Lemmy, which I don't think that's accurate now. I think my music has like evolved and changed as I've grown up, but now people refer to me as the love child of Steve Harris and Lita Ford, which is really cool.
That's a hell of a compliment.
I know, right?
That's awesome. Now, I heard you were on tour with Nita.
Yes.
How'd that go?
It was so cool. I opened for Nita Strauss the first time when I was 15 years old, and I was just kind of like, a little fangirl. Hadn't really taken music seriously yet. Hadn't done much with my music career. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, hey, can Nita play the Trooper on stage with us? They said no. And then we started playing the Trooper, and I see Nita Strauss walking out and plays the Trooper with us, which was, I don't know, that was probably the best moment of my childhood. Just seeing, oh my gosh, Nita Strauss is walking out on stage to play a song with me. Sang into the same mic as me, like, we were doing the harmonies on the woes, like, it was so cool. And so then when she announced her tour, I was like, okay, how do we do this? So I texted her and expected to, not even hear back. And she was like, okay, hold that thought. Let me get you this person's contact. Let's make it happen. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she did. She made it happen, which was really amazing. And I am forever grateful for that connection.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And, what's the worst that could have happened? You not hear back.
Right.
But you heard back and...
Yep. I have learned very quickly that you're not going to get it if you don't try. Mm-hmm. Like, I used to be so shy and reserved, like, I would not ask anyone for anything, because what if they say no, or what if they think I'm weird or rude or whatever? I no longer have a problem going up to anyone and saying, hey, can this happen? Just shooting my shot, because what if they say yes?
Exactly.
And what if you miss that opportunity? So I definitely have learned that the hard way. I've missed a lot of things, because, I started at 12, 13. I got signed at 16, so, pretty quickly I learned that I just kind of had to get over it and do what I needed to do.
Yeah, I think that's probably some of the best advice I wish I'd have got sooner.
Yeah.
Was, if they say no, you're still in the same place you were. You
Right.
didn't take a step back.
Right.
Mm-hmm. No's just another opportunity.
Yep. Use it as fuel to work harder and get better.
I think that. Jazz snaps. Slam poetry snaps.
That's awesome. So, tour, the private party. How was the private party last night?
The private party was very good. We played at one of our friends' house, Beth and Bobby. We met them at the Asheville show with Nita Strauss. They've been super cool to us. They found out that we sleep in a van every night, and they were like, oh my gosh, you can sleep here. We were like, thank you so much. It's like 1,000 degrees outside, and we sleep in a hot and sweaty van, so...
But I was in the shower when that was decided, so I was just waiting for us to leave, and then...
Yeah, we were just hanging out for like 2 hours, because, we knew that we were staying, but apparently we never told Zach.
Yeah, that's on us. We just completely, we thought we all had agreed on there, but like, oh wait, no, you were in the shower.
Yeah, and then they're like, do you need to get your stuff out of the van? I'm like, why? And they just kind of looked at me. I'm like, are we staying here? And they're like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're staying, by the way. That was decided 2 hours ago.
Wow. Better late than never.
Yeah. No, we should have just not told you and just had you sleep in the van. Just parked up front.
What's he doing back there?
No, no, it was a good time. And even better, it was inside with air conditioning, which was
Yes.
beautiful because as soon as we started setting up, we started hearing like thunder and like stormy weather, and we're like, I don't want to be outside.
Yeah, we've had 3 private parties on this tour, and this was the only one that was inside. Has it rained at every single one of them?
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it has.
In Indiana.
It's rained at pretty much every outdoor show we've had.
That's true. Rained in Indiana, rained in North Carolina, and rained in Georgia.
And I guess New York, but that's not really a private show. But I think that's probably the worst rain we had.
Yeah. Of course, the one that we're headlining, big outdoor show, there was rain, so there was like, what did my dad count, 19 total people there. But it was still a really great show. The 19 people that were there were like,
They partied hard.
moshing. They
Yeah.
partied hard. They did,
Very
which was
cool.
good.
Does it make you more nervous to play to a larger crowd or to a smaller crowd?
A smaller crowd.
I get that.
Because, like last night, we were just in the basement. There was, like, maybe 8 people there watching. It was just a very small, private get-together. And I was like, who do I look at? Like, do I look at them? Do I make eye contact with them? Do I stare at the floor? So I just caught myself, like, I was kind of just looking at my band the whole time, singing to my band. Didn't really know what to do. Yeah.
I get that. Where it's like if it's a larger show, like the New York, one, where it's like this big outdoor stage. It's like okay, you can kind of just look at the environment. You're not really
Yeah.
staring at anyone. But if it's a smaller venue, it's much more intimate.
Yep.
So it's like okay, do I look at this guy? Do I look at that guy? What if
Yeah.
I look at him the wrong way?
Yeah. And if you're, like, in an actual venue, I usually just stare into the lights. Because that's all you can see anyways.
Yeah.
I always like to make eye contact. Like if I notice anyone's making eye contact with me on stage, I'll just make weird faces at them. Because like it's kind of my way of saying like, hey, I appreciate you being an active listener to our show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And the guy in the crowd's like, why is this guy making faces at me?
Yeah. Shows your personality.
I'll never forget on one of the Nita shows. I'm standing up front, and there's a guy on his phone, and I found out afterwards he was looking us up. But I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna mess with him. So I just lean over and I start tapping on his phone while on stage.
And now we're very good friends with that
Yeah,
guy. He
yeah.
comes to lots of our shows,
Oh, he's the
but
best.
yeah. He was looking us up to follow us.
Yeah, and I decided to bully him about it.
You still do. Anytime we see him, hey, make sure you don't get on your phone during our show.
Yeah.
Just take it away from him, put your contact information in.
Yeah.
Here you go, bro.
Wait, Zach, didn't you have an experience staring down a fan at the Basement East on the Nita tour?
I didn't so much stare him down as I kept making awkward eye contact with him, and then about halfway through our set, I looked at him, and then he stared like right into my eyes, and he yawned at me.
Oh, wow.
Like visibly, just like trying to show you that I'm bored.
Yeah, like just stared at me while he yawned, and I was like, "Oh,
Thank
cool,
you.
thanks."
I really needed that right now.
Yep.
That's pretty funny though. You know, that's asserting dominance. Like I am bored. This is your fault.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, did you play better after that?
No, it kind of made me sad.
Oh.
No, you just got a drumstick and just chucked it at him. Who's yawning now?
Silent monolith, burn.
going in studio for recording songs? Am I boring you?
No,
wanna go
I'm just
there?
really tired.
Oh, this guy over here. No, going into the studio, do you guys have any tricks or a way to get into the mindset for, hey, it's time to record?
I don't know. Do you guys?
I never really thought about that because like even beyond just like
You usually get coffee.
I usually my first thing I do that's the first thing I do because even beyond like Gabby Key band stuff I do like online videos even not if it's not album stuff I'm still recording like on my computer guitar parts and that's still like a whole thing. So usually what I will do is I never thought about that. I'll get coffee. That'll be the first thing I ever do.
Yep.
And I work at a coffee shop. I work at a place called Dutch Bros.
Okay.
So I can just go and get free coffee. And I'll just get like a 4-shot white coffee espresso thing, be caffeinated for the next 2 days, and just crank out a bunch of guitar parts.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I try to be prepared as much as I can. So as much time as I have before I have to record, I'll sit down and like write the parts, and then I'll learn the song. So by the time I go into the studio, it's like it's a song that exists already, and I just have to play it again.
Makes sense.
And it gives you time. So like, you do the how many ever minute takes you need to do to get it right. Then you have free time to like, okay, experiment. Maybe you stumble across something really cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Abigail?
Why did you just call me Abigail?
I thought
Okay,
it was funny.
hold on. This is our whole debate. So I'm completely changing your topic here, but it's okay. I'm just gonna run with it. Okay, yes, my name Abby obviously is Abigail, and Zach is Zachary. Well, I didn't realize that I call Zach Zachary all the time, and I guess yesterday we just figured out, or I guess I just noticed that he calls me Abigail.
No, but it's not Abigail. It's Abigail.
Abigail.
Yeah.
There we go.
I don't know. Like, I've never even put that together. He said, I've been doing that for a year. You just noticed? Yeah. I just noticed. Yeah, anyways. But Diego never calls me Abigail. That's why I noticed that and shut her down real quick.
No, usually if I'm like messing with her, I'll just call her Abigail, or just any other thing besides what it actually is. Yeah.
My name is Abby. Abby K.
Yeah.
You can refer to me as Abby.
Apple Bapple.
Abby K. Boss Lady.
Not using that one.
All right. Wait, what was the question?
It's like studio mindset.
Oh, I just like hype myself up, like, yeah, I'm gonna record songs.
Yeah.
I'm so cool.
I was just about to say that. Can we say bad words?
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say this one word. I feel like your approach whenever you do vocals is like, yeah, I'm a bad bitch. I'm gonna own these lines.
Yeah, because I mean, like, do I want to be that person all the time? No. Like, I don't want to be an arrogant person. Don't want to be a diva. But like, if you're going in to record vocals, like, you have to have that mindset that like you are the baddest person in the world. You are so freaking cool. You're gonna like own that microphone.
There's no doubt in your mind that I'm gonna slay
Yeah,
these lyrics.
because
You can't have doubt creep in because it'll totally mess you up.
yeah, and I mean, if you want to get, this vocal take, that's forever. That's for as long as music exists. So you have to
You
make
wanna
sure
get it
it's
right.
something that is the best possible thing. And so, honestly, like, hyping yourself up, like, you got to.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I don't know. Like, it just kind of dawned on me when you were saying that I feel like when it comes to just music in general, there's like when it comes to performing or recording, there's very much like an athlete's mindset you kind of have to have sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't worked out as much recently because I just moved. But I used to do like a lot of working out with like my parents and like friends, and like through there I kind of realized, oh, there's a lot of correlation between it's like, okay, doing a chest bench press PR. It's like, okay, you need that mindset where it's like it's me and I'm going to destroy this weight. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing when you're in the studio. It's like, okay, it's just me and the guitar and I'm going to own it.
Yep.
It's me and the crowd and I'm going to own it.
One thing we do before we go on stage, which we should do this in the studio too. Before we go on stage, we get in a little group huddle and we go random word on 3. 1, 2, 3, pineapple. Whoa! We're on the same page. That's what happens after you live with someone and you tour with someone, live in a van with them for, what are we on, year 2 now?
Too long.
Too long.
Okay.
Too long. Oh my gosh, that was weird.
Zach, you didn't say
Zach,
random
you
word.
didn't even...
1, 2, 3. I'll take that.
That's what Zach usually does. Like, Diego and I will have, like, the weirdest words, like flabbergasted.
Gynecologist. I don't know. Some random word.
Anacologist. And Zach usually goes,
Because you're taking me out of the zone when you do that.
Out of the zone.
But it's fun. It's
All I'm
fun. It
thinking-
gets us, like,
All I'm thinking is I want to go out there and make a smash today. And then you're like, say a word. And I'm like, huh?
Smash. Make smash your word every time. Also, make a smash?
Yeah.
Get out. Get out.
what does that even mean? You could do, like, 1, 2, 3, drums. 1, 2, 3, yeah.
1, 2, 3, I quit.
Make it drums related. It can be any word you want. So have it something that gets you in the zone. 1, 2, 3, I rock. 1, 2, 3, yeah, I'm Zach Gullidge.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be one random word. It can be.
You literally just said say one random word.
I said random words on
You
3.
said random word.
I'll change it. If it helps Zach feel better at night, then that's fine.
You're the ones complaining about me not saying words. I'm okay with it.
Say more words.
Strong silent type over here. Behind the drums.
He's a smart
Yep.
one. He just doesn't talk.
Whoa. I'm the smart one.
Anyways.
I went to more college than you did.
I went to more
That is
college
true.
than you did.
He went to the most college.
You don't have a diploma. I do.
So?
I finished.
You have a piece of paper. Ooh.
Yeah, I have a piece of paper.
And you paid money. Ooh.
I didn't pay money. I got it free through my high school. I did it at the same time.
Yeah, well, I did like half a semester community college, and I paid nothing. So who's laughing now?
You.
This guy. Exactly.
You have the least amount of college in the band.
Which makes me the bad boy. The rest of you are college educated. I'm the rock and roll bad boy that dropped out.
That's true.
Now we have established who everybody is.
Yeah.
Are y'all going to survive this interview? Is this...
I don't know. We're on what, day 1,000 of tour?
We're on hour 3 of sleep in the past month.
Yeah, we've slept maybe 4 hours
4,
the
okay.
past month. I've slept a little bit more because, well, sometimes I just leave the two of them to drive and take a little nap. But it's okay because I got to front the band. Like, I got to put on a show. And I feel like everyone that I've talked to is like, no, the singer isn't supposed to drive. Like, they're supposed to go to sleep at night. And
They're not
obviously,
supposed to do load in either. They only carry their microphone.
well, I'm also the bassist, so I have to load in because I'm the bassist too. But I mean, a lot of times I do drive because, I mean, we're still a new band. We're kind of roughing it, paying our dues. So I mean, of course, I want to pull my weight, but also I do all of the like business stuff and the emails and the accounting. I'm our tour manager, so I do feel like I have a little bit of an excuse to sleep and sit in the back and send emails. Because I send like 400 emails a day.
You can't send emails on no sleep. There's no telling what you'd say.
Right? My fingers would cramp up. Like, I got to get my beauty
That's
rest.
like cramping fingers again.
I do use that excuse a lot. Hey, can you carry this? Sorry, my fingers are just really cramping up from sending 400 emails a day.
Hey, can you carry the mic stand, the literal lightest thing we have? Sorry, bud, can't do it.
No, you asked me to carry the toolbox, which is the second lightest thing.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty light.
Now, rumor has it you guys have signed with with another PR company,
Yes.
Miss Jade Alicia and her PR.
Yes.
How is working with her?
I love Jade. I don't even know how I met her. I don't remember. It was so long ago. But
It was at a show, wasn't it?
no. Have you met Jade?
I don't know.
I don't know if we've met Jade.
Because I'm pretty sure I've never even met Jade in person.
Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like it wasn't like
Yeah.
an online or.
It was definitely social media.
Yeah.
But it was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. We started following each other. I went through a phase where I was going to start a podcast about like women in music. Did an episode with her. Never came out because I never carried through with starting a podcast. I'm sending 400 emails a day. I don't have time.
Make the podcast about sending emails. That's what you do.
No thanks. But yeah, so we were doing, for a long time, we were doing our own PR, and so we would get together on release days. Last one we did was 99 degrees Celsius, and we got together at the band house, and we watched
National Treasure.
National Treasure 1, National Treasure 2. What was the Disney movie? Encanto. And we watched Encanto, the We Don't Talk About Bruno movie. Fun fact, really quick, we had to sing that at the private party last night. It was a request. We actually did pretty decent-ish.
Yeah, I nailed the second verse rap because I've heard that song too many times.
Yeah. Anyways, Jade. So, I mean, we would just like get together for like 12 hours at a time and send thousands and thousands and thousands of emails out to like radio stations and news.
I can't say that I really enjoyed sitting on a couch for 12 hours doing that.
Yeah. Hey, I provided pizza. You can't complain.
Oh, I can. I appreciate the pizza, though.
So, I mean, it was not productive for us to do that when we could have done 12 hours of, working on our music or sending, the 400 emails a day that I send are all booking emails. So booking more shows to get us seen more. It just wasn't what we needed to be doing, but it still needed to be done. So, of course, when Jade announced that she was doing her PR firm, I was like, we need to get on this. I love working with women in the music industry because there's not many of us. So, I mean, anytime I can, oh my gosh, there's a woman that does PR for rock and roll. Sure, let's get on that. And that's really the only part of our team that we have right now. I think our next step would be to get a booking agent because, once again, I'm sending 400 emails a day, and that's 8 hours that I could be writing songs or recording or whatever
Just
it may be.
general girl bossing, yeah.
Yeah, general girl bossing. So right now we're really happy with Jaden. She's really helped us with, PR stuff, getting us interviews, but also she has a lot of knowledge. So she's always there if like I have questions. And then also because, we're two young females in the rock and roll music industry, sometimes I'll like call her and I'm like, okay, this happened, what do I do? And she's like, girl, I know, I literally just cried about that yesterday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, me too. And it's really nice to have someone that like understands what you're going through. So I love working with her.
Yeah, she's awesome. We've
Yeah.
worked together a couple of times. I really want to do more with her because
Yeah.
music knowledge, oh my God.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
She's definitely been at this for a long time. She knows what she's doing. Between her and her boyfriend, they basically run an entire like management distribution company. Like they do it all.
Yep.
So even though she's just with us for PR, like she has so much. She has all the answers to all of our questions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad y'all got to get together because
Yeah.
she actually came to Rockmart one time.
Oh, really?
I booked one of her clients, and she came down with her, and just a phenomenal show, and it was so good to actually sit and talk to her.
Yeah, that's
So.
great.
Definitely want to do more of that, but,
Yeah.
things are weird right now.
Yep.
So, life.
Life's weird.
What's been your favorite venue to play?
The Whiskey A Go Go,
I knew it.
Los Angeles, California. November, I'm going to say 18th, 2021. I know it was in November 2021. Probably wasn't the 18th, but maybe it was. Who knows?
No, I think it was probably early. You know what? It was November. Let's just say November. Because didn't the tour start in October? No, it started in November. Right. Because I remember,
November 7th or 8th it started, or
Yeah.
9th.
Yeah,
November.
November. The
So
correct
yeah,
answer is
it was
November.
probably November 18th.
Yeah.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, you guys talk. I gotta figure this out.
It was funny for me to play with the whiskey again because, I'm from California. Like, I was born and raised there up until this past December when I moved. And so, like, some of my first ever performances ever were at the whiskey when I was, 14, 15 years old. So everyone else was like, oh my gosh, the whiskey. And I'm thinking, oh God, the load-in sucks. And it's a cool venue, but it's really small and it's really stressful. No, it was for sure a really, really cool show. It was for me, it was kind of poetic because, that's where I had my first shows. Yeah. And after years, especially after post-COVID, years of doubt, all, growing up, whatever. It's like, okay, well, it's paid off.
Dude,
hold on.
it was November 18th. I am literally on fire today.
You interrupted my story.
Okay, well, I just had to let everybody know that I was right.
I was talking about my feelings. But no, I agree. The whiskey show was really, really cool. Where it's kind of bookended for me, where I started and where I am now. It's like, okay, cool. I'm on tour with one of my favorite guitarists of all time.
Full circle.
Yeah, it's a full circle moment.
Congratulations.
Thank you. High five. Thanks, Zach. But I can't say that's my favorite.
What?
I'm trying to think. It had to be something on the Nita tour for sure. It was either the Amplified.
Yeah.
Amplified. That was a really cool outdoor
Amplified
venue.
Live in Dallas, Texas.
For me, it's either that one or
And the nachos there.
yeah. Well, for me, it was either that place or Wildwood Saloon in Iowa. It was a cool stage, but the barbecue there was so good.
And we got tachos, tater tot nachos. Ooh. It was so good.
It was good, yeah. I had a burnt ends brisket sandwich. Anything brisket, I will cry for brisket. So, a venue that has good barbecue, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
We got a great little barbecue place right across
I saw
the way.
We saw it. We're going there.
Exotic Q?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are the best barbecue you've ever had.
Heck yeah.
Not a sponsor, but we do work
But
together.
should be.
Yes.
Not a sponsor yet.
Yet. Well, we're getting an amphitheater
Ooh.
at some point. Someday.
Someday.
Someday. They've got the parking lot, so.
That's the most important part.
That's right.
Well, the first band that will play there is Abby K. I'm manifesting that.
Manifest.
You heard that here first, folks. Mosh
Yeah.
Pit presents. Maybe Abby K presents the Mosh Pit.
Yeah.
And then that place can be on our list of venues that we love.
Yeah. That could be our new favorite venue. Oh my gosh. Zach, what's your favorite venue? You didn't answer the question.
We didn't give him a chance. I'm sorry, Zach.
I'm sorry, buddy.
I mean, obviously the whiskey, but also I really liked the fairgrounds this past weekend
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we had our own top floor of the barn as a green room, and we ate white cheddar dipped bacon wrapped pretzel dogs after the show.
They wrecked us, but they were so good. It's it's like a pretzel dog, just drenched in white cheddar, bacon bits all over it.
Oh, my God.
On a stick.
Look, we haven't had lunch yet. We're about to end this interview and go eat.
Yeah, that one was really cool.
I think another cool thing about it was usually for a lot of shows, like on the Nita tour or stuff like that, it's obviously Nita's the headliner. They get all the cool stuff, the drum riser and all that. So there's a lot of shows where it's literally Abby drum set in the middle, right between us and then me. This time we had a riser, so I could turn around and look at Zach and oh, you got a big stage, I can run.
Yeah, that one was definitely really cool. We played there last year opening for the Iron Maidens, and then they invited us back to headline this year, which was awesome. We had free drinks, free food, an Xbox in our dressing room.
I'm living the high life.
Right?
Right?
I felt fancy
Then we drove 14 hours, and we were put in our place a little bit. We're still paying our dues, guys.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun when you're here and it's oh yeah, we're a small band.
Yeah, you just especially on this tour, you just never know what you're gonna get. Some venues, you're treated like royalty. You have a dressing room, you get free food, and then you pull up to the next venue, and you're you're put in your place a little bit. Okay, yep.
The green room's a porta potty.
Yeah, yeah. I have changed into my leather pants in a porta potty before, in the middle of summer with 90 degree heat outside. It was not It was not lovely.
Moral of the story: stay humble, folks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stay humble or be humbled. Either someone else or life will do it to you.
Yep.
Abby K. Rockstar.
Wait, no.
You said you'd never leave me. Took a chance on the way you played me. Never let go, put on a show. Guess what? It's time for me to show I'm not the one that you thought I would be. Look at me now, up on the TV. Told me I would never get far. Look at me now, I'm a rock star. New York and LA, my favorite cities to play. Didn't let go, put on a show. Thank you for giving me a reason to be who I wanted to be. Look at me now, up on the TV. Told me I would never get far. Look at me now, I'm a rock star. I'm who I wanted to be. Look at me now, up on the TV. Told me I would never get far. Look at me now, I'm a rock star. So you won't let go. So now I'm on my own. I spend every night out on the road. I gotta catch this plane. Sorry to end this way.
1, 2, 3,
I'm the one that you thought I would be. Look at me now, up on your TV. Told me I would never get far. Look at me now, I'm a rock star. I'm who I wanted to be. Look at me now, up on your TV. Told me I would never get far. Look at me now, I'm a rock star.
What do you guys feel has been your biggest accomplishment so far?
Ooh.
You know, I think not necessarily one thing, but the fact that I've had so many people say like, "Oh yeah, you're doing your little music thing," or "Oh, you'll grow out of it."
Like they treat it like a novelty?
Yeah. Like, I am 19 years old. I am self-sufficient. I am living in Nashville, and I am paying my bills strictly for music. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think not everybody can say that they've done that at 19. And I'm also, like, very blessed. Like, my parents, obviously, when I was 16, I had very supportive parents. So, I mean, they weren't, you know, saying, go back to school or start reading books or whatever.
Get a real job. You know?
Get a real job, yeah. So, I mean, obviously, I got to start this professionally at 16, which not everyone does. But now, I mean, I'm 19, and I literally make my living traveling and singing songs. Last night, I sang a song about Brussels sprouts.
Hey,
That was a highlight. Yeah.
there you go.
It was requested that I sing a song
No,
about
no.
Brussels sprouts.
We sang a song about Brussels sprouts to the tune of Stacy's Mom.
Yeah, I took 5 minutes to write it in my head, and I was like, okay, I think I just copied Stacy's Mom on this one, so we just played that. It was actually pretty good for a 5-minute write
Yeah.
about Brussels sprouts.
We were joking on stage that what we're gonna do is like, you know, like back in the days of cassettes and vinyl, is we're gonna like have the last song on the album. It's gonna be like 4 minutes of silence, and then it's gonna be our song Brussels sprouts, the tune of Stacy's Mom, and it'll be like a hidden track no one's gonna find.
Yep.
Nice.
It was pretty good, honestly. Brussels sprouts, I want to sing about.
That can be the acoustic song you do today.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Y'all do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Well, let's flip that. What's been your biggest challenge?
I think for me, being a young female, I've gone through so many experiences that, like, I'll walk into the green room backstage. Oh, sorry, this is for the band. And I'm like, I am the band. Thank you.
That's my name right there.
That's my name. People assume, like, I'm the girlfriend or,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
There was one time you played a gig. I was helping her carry stuff in, and the sound guy is like, "Oh, is that your girlfriend?" I'm like, "Oh, no, no, we're just in a band together. She's the one playing tonight." And he was like, "Oh man, I thought you had your girlfriend whipped carrying your gear," and I'm like, "That's yucky." That was
Yeah.
really yucky. And I was like, yeah, dude, never coming here again.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, especially like when I started at 16, like nobody would take me seriously because, at 16, people assumed that, oh, that's still just a little hobby, a little middle school, high school band, which for most people it is. But for me, I was like, no, this is what I do.
Yeah.
This is my career. So I got turned down for a lot of things because of my age. Then when I turned 18, I was taken a little bit more seriously. Of course, I still have, I'm a young female in the music industry, and I'm not 21, so I still can't play at some venues, but it's gotten much better than when I started, but that was definitely my biggest challenge.
Wow.
I want to hear from Zach. What would you say are your biggest accomplishments and biggest challenge?
Getting in the band was a pretty good accomplishment, I think.
Congratulations. What band?
Loved by Animals.
Oh. What about the other band?
Who?
Asked. Biggest challenge then?
He didn't say what band he was excited to get into.
Yeah, I did. I said Loved by Animals.
Wait,
No.
wait. Who's Loved by Animals?
Loved by Animals is my other band. You should check us out everywhere.
You should also check out his other band, Abby K.
Yeah. Wait, who?
Biggest challenge?
Honestly, the driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The driving can be pretty tough.
Especially, I haven't had to drive in as much bad weather as Diego has.
I have the worst luck.
But, driving in it sucks. But laying back in your bunk and feeling the van, slide around on the snow on the interstate
Yes.
was pretty intense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I'm a California boy. I barely deal with slight rain.
Right.
But when we did the second half of the NITA tour in this past January, I had never driven in the snow. And, of course, we're driving out of Ohio. We just left the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And a blizzard starts. And, I can't see the lines. I got my blinders on. I got, my brights on. And I'm just there, just shivering,
And you had
shaking.
only seen snow for the first time, a week before
yeah.
that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And now you're driving in a blizzard
I
in
was
Ohio.
Driving in a blizzard. When we were in Southern Illinois, last month, and we were driving back from a show, and for some reason, we just get a freak storm. I can't see the road in front of me.
Yeah.
And it was not fun.
A Midwest storm.
Yucky.
Joy, oh joy.
No.
Yep.
Now, are y'all all under 21?
No. Diego finally turned 21,
Yeah. This past March.
leaving me the last one. And Zach is 23. He's the old man.
I'm what?
Oh, are you 24 now?
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
there for my birthday,
Yeah.
remember?
We were all there.
Oh, I've still been telling people that you're 23. I'm sorry. That didn't register with me.
Own it, man. Just stay 23.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
knew that you were 23 and then you had a birthday, but I thought you turned 23. I don't know.
Nah, I'm old.
You're
Man, I said you were the old man at 23, but now you're 24. Now you're
what an old fogey.
1 foot in the grave, man.
Damn, aren't we all?
So, do you get a lot of pushback from not being 21, not being able to play?
There's been a few venues that I've reached out to, and then they're like, sorry, are you under 21? I'm like, yeah. There's one that we're playing at this upcoming August. Oh my gosh, that starts tomorrow? Really?
Yeah. Time is linear. Time is
Oh
linear.
my gosh. That's
Time is
crazy
a
to me.
construct.
Honestly.
So they asked if I was under 21. We've had this show booked for 6 months, and I was like, oh, here it comes. I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, okay, no problem. We'll just have it outside. And I was like, yes. Because a lot of times people will cancel the shows or they won't book me. That's happened probably 5 times. Which, in the grand scheme of things, sending 400 emails a day, that's pretty good. That's only happened 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
But no, a lot of times people are just like, okay, yeah, you can't do this and you can't do this. And it's fine. So it definitely will make my life much easier when I do turn 21, but I'm only 19. I got a long ways to go.
2 more years. A year and a half.
A year and a half.
Yeah, a year and a half.
A year and 5 months, actually.
A year and 5 months. And then I'm buying you a wine cooler or something.
I I don't need that.
You don't need that?
No.
No. Okay, I'm gonna just buy you a shot of straight whiskey.
I definitely don't
barrel
need
proof,
that.
as strong as I can find.
Buy me a chocolate milk, please.
Spiked chocolate.
No.
Yeah, when I used to do bookings, there was a band that the lead singer, I don't even think he was the lead singer. I think he was like the guitarist. Basically, he was under 21. The venue said, as long as you're playing, you can be on stage. Like as soon as the set was done, he was out the door.
Yep.
That was it.
Yep, that happened to us in Birmingham. Well, happened to me, I guess.
Didn't that also happen in Nashville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
basement.
Yeah.
Yep, there's some places that will let you play under 21, but you have to go in right when you're playing and you have to leave right when you're done. So that's always really interesting, but luckily the boys are pretty good about
Being
loading.
old.
Being old, yeah, they're really good at being old. But obviously, like, if I have to leave immediately, I can't really help with loadout or anything. So I know that's not fair to them, but they're pretty good about not hating me, I
Not
guess.
whining too much.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit complaining. That's
Just
fine.
enough.
Just enough.
Just enough to make me feel bad.
There you go. That's all it takes. So what are y'all's 3 goals for the next 12 months?
Next 12 months. Well, technically, our 3 goals for this year was to play in 30 states, was to play 50 full band shows, and for me, it was to write 100 songs. And so we're on month 7. We have played probably around 40 shows, full band. So we're most likely going to make that goal of 50 shows this year, which is great. I think last night was our first show in Georgia, so I think that was state 25 out of 30. So I think we'll probably make that one. And because we've been doing that so much, I'm only on song 49 out of 100. So that one's
49?
probably not going to happen.
Weak.
And I started the year at 42. Like, I wanted to have 100 songs written by the end of the year, not 100 songs in this year. So I needed to write, like, 58 or whatever. I've written, 7? Yeah.
That's not bad.
That one's probably not going to happen.
Add it to this 3 goals now, 12 months.
Yep.
You know, just book a week out, do nothing but that. I know I got to work at a coffee shop. Just keep you caffeinated, no sleep. Just write the rest of the songs.
But the thing is, like, then they're all going to run together. They're all going to sound the same. They're going to be so uninspired. And that's the thing. I don't like this goal anymore because I don't like forcing myself to sit down and write songs because then they're not good. Then they're very, like, formulated and, like, sterile. Like, it has no heart in it.
Yeah, it's more like...
It's more my brain than my heart.
Yeah, you're overthinking it.
Yep.
It's not so much, I feel this. It's more like, okay, I could do a 2-5-1 and then we can go to a verse and then whatever.
Yeah, but then, like, my favorite activity, this is a complete joke. I love crying in the car at sunset in Nashville, driving down roads. That's just very therapeutic for me.
Yeah, she'll just text me like, hey, I won't be home for a while. I'm like, all right, have fun, stay safe.
Yep, he knows I'm going for a crying sunset drive. And then I'll usually get home and write a song after that. So that's where the 7 songs have come from this year.
Seasons of Ghosts, The Great Unknown.
Trace after
of the songs that you've written, would you ever think about selling any of them?
Yes. So I am strictly a rock and roll, hard rock, borderline metal artist.
It's my job to push it past the borderline.
Yeah. Just keep encouraging me to write heavier, and I'll get there. But I have written probably 30 country songs. And I don't know what to do with them. I'm not a country artist. I don't want to be a country artist. That's not what I do. I don't even know how I've written them, but I mean, like I said, when inspiration hits, you write with your heart. And so I've ended up with 30 country songs. So I've talked to one girl about selling one of my songs. Just got to sell 29 more.
Well, I used to have a podcast called Lonesome Highway where I promoted country bands, unsigned and indie.
Yeah.
I kind of let it go because, it's kind of hard running 2 podcasts by yourself.
Yeah.
So I was like, which one's more important to me? Metal. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
of
obviously.
course.
Yeah. So I can shoot you some contacts.
That would be amazing. Because I just have 30 songs sitting, doing nothing. And it's not even about, selling them and getting the income. I mean, it is. That would be nice. But
it's letting them get heard.
yeah. I mean, some of them are, really good songs. My best songs. And so, I mean, I feel like if somebody could hear these songs, that need to hear these songs, get them out into the world. Let them do what they're supposed to do.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Would you allow creative liberties
Yeah.
to the songs?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
As long as they don't change anything that she wrote, she's totally cool with that.
Yeah, as long
Or
as
keep
they...
2 words, and then. And
Yeah, just go ahead and keep 100% of what I wrote, and then...
And then shut up and just sing it the way I wrote it?
Yeah. Yeah.
embellish it.
No, I'm not picky with that. I mean, if somebody is, willing to take a chance on my song, I feel like the least I can do is let them add their own personal touches to it.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Last one before I let y'all run away. Do you have any advice for any other bands? I know y'all are still a young band, but, sometimes you guys run into stuff that a lot of people don't really think about.
Yeah.
Do y'all have any advice for any bands trying to make a name for themselves?
Zachary, your turn.
You're starting us off?
Don't do drugs, right?
Yeah.
They're expensive. Okay. And they're also bad for you. Don't do it.
I don't want this to sound rude, but get good. Because you have to be able to play at a certain level no matter what the circumstances are. So if you just get out of the van and it's pouring rain and you only have time to go inside, change your clothes, and then get on stage, you have to still be able to put on a good show.
Yep.
It's like the saying, sorry, I don't know if I'm close to the mic. It's like the saying, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to your level of training. So
Yep.
if your level of training is really, really good, you can be on the fly and still put on a good show.
Same thing if you're playing to 5 people or 500 people, the show must go on, and you still have to put on a show, no matter what.
And that's good advice. I respect that.
Diego?
Trying to think, do I go business or personal?
One of each.
One of each?
Why not?
One of each. Okay, I'll go for one of each. Personal, I think a really good thing is to have multiple skills. Don't go in and being just the musician, I'm just going to play. It's always good to have other skills. I play guitar, but also I do video stuff.
Zach plays drums, but also he's really good at backing the trailer in.
He's the only one of us that's good at it.
Whoa. I backed her in one time to the parking spot in Nashville.
Okay, I'm the worst at it.
Yes, you are. Remember when you got her stuck in Birmingham?
Yeah, that was funny.
Then
but-
Zach had to save the day.
Yeah, but honestly, learning skills, I love to get to a point where I at some point, when we upgrade our setup and we get in-ear stuff and sound, upgraded sound, light. I love to learn that kind of stuff so I can have all these skills.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to
Who'd you learn that from?
Dean.
Dean.
We
love Dean.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Dean is overall cool guy. Plays bass with Nita Strauss. Is currently teching for Demi Lovato and Nita
Yeah.
on this tour, and he honestly, any piece of advice I get, it's probably from him. He's
Yeah.
got so much knowledge with a very threatening but comforting aura. It's awesome.
Yep. I started like mentoring with Dean when I was 15. I've learned so much from him. But yeah, he's the one that, he's hired as a bassist, but you see him doing everybody's job, and that's why he gets hired.
Yeah, that's why I got this gig. Because, he can tech, he knows all the stuff, but also he's done sound and lighting.
Yep.
So he can work
He
with all
also
these different...
has a CDL,
Yeah.
driver's license,
Yeah.
whatever. So, I mean, he can drive tour buses, anything that he needs to do in order to be a good asset to the team. He can do it.
Yeah. So I think that's just good advice on a professional level. I'd say for business, for personal, take care of your mental health. Don't let it fall to the wayside and be like, oh, I'm on the grind. I'll deal with it later, because it's gonna catch up with you. Because it's not just like, okay, you're working, but also you're not eating properly. You're not getting the right amount of sleep. And, that'll take its toll on your mental health, whether you consciously think of it or not.
Yeah.
And, it'll catch up with you, and it'll hit you hard. And, you don't want it to cause tensions with others, yourself, possible venues, bandmates.
Yep.
Because, we'll admit, it's we all get along really well, but there are times where if we're all tired or we're having bad days, we all get real quiet in the van. And it's like, okay, we understand that we're on edge. It's not each other's fault, but we're in a stressful career. So I feel like going into it with a very mature mindset of, okay, we're all human, we all care about each other, but sometimes we piss each other off.
Yeah.
So we have to understand that it's coming from a place of love. When I tell you shut the hell up, I'm going to go in the back and be quiet. like that, yeah.
Yeah, touring is definitely, it's not for everyone. It is rough sometimes. I mean, living in a van with 2 dudes, it's, oh my gosh, the amount of immature jokes that go on in the van, and it's the same ones over and over and over and over, and they think that every time they say it again, it gets more funny.
It
But it was
does.
never funny the first time. And it actually just, oh my gosh.
It's like the old jazz saying, repetition legitimizes.
No. Repetition of the not funny jokes makes me want to say, hey guys, I'm going to find a new band. I'm just kidding.
Can you give us an example of one of these annoying jokes that we say?
Mother, get my celebratory clean diaper.
No, we got to do the voices. Mother, prepare my celebratory clean diaper.
It's so annoying.
Diaper.
It's so
I hardly
annoying.
know her.
Oh my, that too.
That one, oh my gosh, they have so many stupid jokes that make no sense.
We'll see signs on the freeway, I don't know, it'll be like Laws and Son or whatever. But oh, that was my nickname in high school. No matter what we say, over there, I see Sound Chick. I'll be like, oh, that was my nickname in high school.
It's so stupid.
Which makes it funny.
No, it's not funny. It's really not funny. They test my patience every day.
And that's where I was coming from. Where it's hey, we all love each other. We also all get on each other's nerves.
Yep. Yes, they definitely do get on my nerves.
Thanks.
But it's okay because Zach, again, is really good at drums and trailer stuffs. And Diego
I know how to hold.
is Diego.
I know how to hold the camera and not be all shaky.
Yeah. Sometimes you're a little shaky from the coffee, but
Oh yeah,
I'll let it slide.
I drink too much. I drink too much coffee. That is accurate.
For me, my advice would be if somebody ever says you can't do something, prove them wrong.
Punch them in the face. Oh yeah, prove them wrong.
Prove them wrong. You can't resort to violence. You have to channel it inside and use that as fuel.
Oh, that's good advice.
Don't punch them in the face. That wouldn't be good.
Oh, okay.
That wouldn't be right.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, if you can use that to fuel your fire,
Write a song about punching them in the face.
now that is acceptable. that is okay. I've been there. Been there. It's okay. But no, just do it. Why not? What's stopping you?
We're all gonna die someday, so might as well do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, am I wrong?
It's not wrong. I mean, a little darker than what we like to go, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, buddy, are you okay?
I'm always vibing.
Do you need more coffee?
I'm vibing with my own mortality. I don't even know what y'all are talking about.
Well, y'all, thank y'all so much for sitting in on the podcast.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Tell everybody where they can find you on all socials.
AbbyKRocks.com, at AbbyKRocks. Spotify and YouTube is Abby K.
There will be multiple Abby Ks, so make sure you find the right Abby K.
Yeah, it's the Abby K that wears leather pants.
There you go. Nice. You want to plug your other band?
Yeah, so you can find me at Zach Goes Drums, and then you can find my other band at Loved by Animals Band. We're not heavy metal, but we're still pretty cool.
It's a pretty good band.
Nice.
I guess I'll plug myself.
Yeah, there you go.
You can find me Instagram, TikTok, whatever, as the Shredite, because I love the Evil Dead and I love to shred. YouTube, just Diego Vargas. Got some good content planned coming up. Plenty of guitar-related fun stuff. It's gonna
Like
be good.
what?
I'm not gonna spoil it.
I'm interested. Are you going to tell me in the van?
I'll tell you in the van.
Okay. And then everyone else just has to go subscribe.
Yeah, you have to
and-
subscribe and follow me on TikTok because I'm kind of I'm not blown up on TikTok, but I'm doing decently at TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is true.
yeah. I think probably
You kind of conquered that one.
TikTok is kind of where I'm best at because I'm just really good at making memes and playing guitar, so kind of works out good.
And being humble.
Oh, I'm the best at being humble, dude.
Somehow Joe, friend.
Oh, man.